Hi, my name's Caroline Riley, and I'm a community herbalist who works with plants that grow in our bioregion. You can find me in our garden at the Whole Life Learning Center in South Austin, and you can find our herbal remedies and adult classes through Mutable Earth Botanicals. Today, I'm going to show you how I process and dry herbs in my home, as well as make a delicious herb-infused honey and some fresh plant sun tea. Summer's coming, which means it's getting hot. And I say that let's use the heat and sun to make some cooling, relaxing plant remedies to support us through the seasons. I brought these plants from our garden, all of which love the heat. We have tulsi, aka holy basil, that is a plant from Southeast Asia and India. It brings pollinators into the garden, it can grow in full sun, and it thrives in our summers. Here we have lemon balm, which I like to say is sunshine in plant form. It's a perennial, and it likes a little extra water and a little bit of shade, but if you give it a little love, it'll give a whole lot back. I also have various mints. We have apple mint and spearmint, peppermint, and some mountain mint, all of which grow together in our garden. I like to grow them in pots, but if you give it room to spread, it'll definitely move throughout your garden. I also brought elderflower from our garden. It wanted to come with me today. It blooms late spring, early summer, and its garnet-colored fruits come just after summer solstice. This one is wonderful for our immune system and is really quite beautiful. I also throw in some native salvia flowers, as well as some pink evening primrose, and one of my favorites, rock rose, which is a sun-loving mallow. We know that all mallows are edible, and so it's nice to incorporate them into our herbal treats. I like to dry them in my house on a counter or table. The AC is a natural dehydrator, and so when we chop up plants into small pieces, like about 1/4 inch, like this, and I actually incorporate the stems and leaves. The green, healthy stems, especially of the mint family plants, have a lot of flavor in them. And after I chop them up, including the flowers, oftentimes when we think of teas, we think of leaves, but the whole plant of many plants is quite useful. And then I put them on a paper bag that I have cut up and laid flat. Lay them out on the paper like this, and in the AC, it'll dry within 5 to 7 days. From there, it's important to put them in an airtight container. This is actually some tulsi here that I dried just last week, like jars, or you can simply put them in a Ziploc bag, and you want to store them out of direct sunlight. Dried herbs can store for a couple of years, although they never last that long in my house. They can be incorporated into teas and cooking for spices, and as well as herbal treats like this herb-infused honey. Treats like herb-infused honeys are wonderful to enjoy in teas, on toast, or by the spoonful, because as we know, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Herbs that have a lovely aromatic or pungent smell, so ones where you rub the leaf and you can smell them, can make really delicious honey extractions. It's really simple to make. What we do is we take a jar. I say start small because 8 ounces of honey is a lot of honey. Sacred honeybees work hard to make this stuff, and you want to know you really like it before you have it in your pantry. And I start by layering a little bit of herb on the bottom of the jar, and in comes honey. Yes, that's right, a gallon of honey. Put a little honey on top. And we're going to put another layer of tulsi. Or perhaps you want to do lemon balm. Hibiscus is a really delicious honey. It will also grow here. Mint-infused honey is delicious. Also, another layer of herb. And then I'm going to cover it with honey. Honey is naturally antimicrobial, and since we're using dried herbs, I'm not worried about bacteria or mold growing. It's going to do just fine. But what I do want to make sure is that the herbs are covered in honey. And then we're going to close this, and we're going to let it sit for 2 to 3 weeks, which is the perfect amount of time. Every once in a while, I will turn it upside down and then turn it back maybe every 2 or 3 days. If you need to add a little bit of honey to the jar to make sure the plant is covered, that's okay too. After 2 to 3 weeks, we are ready to go. And we're gonna strain it using a simple sieve over a bowl. And I have to say, On honey straining day, it's the perfect day to make a fresh plant sun tea. So we're gonna start straining this here. So beautiful. Really just working with honey brings a smile to your face. It's kind of impossible not to smile. And while gravity is doing its work, we'll set this aside a bit and start on our fresh plant sun tea. This is the perfect time to take a basket or a bag and go out to the garden with a friend or family. And we're gonna bring your herbs in. Anything in the mint family is perfect. Remember, y'all, ID is key. We only wanna work with plants who we know are safe to consume. That's the kind of mistake you only make once. Don't do that. All right, so in comes tulsi. I'm gonna start by cutting our mint here. One of my favorite things about fresh plant sun tea is that it pulls out the delicious aromatics. If you wanted to use dried herbs, then it would be a little bit stronger, but this is so fun and easy to do, and it's quite empowering. I'm gonna go ahead and put these flowers in here too, because it'll be beautiful. Boop, boop. Okay, a little bit more tulsi, because it's delicious. I wish you could smell it. And now, here's the key. Let's bring this full circle. So we're gonna take some of these honey-soaked herbs, this delicious tulsi, and there's still so much honey in there, and gravity will keep doing its work. But I'm just gonna take some of this and put it in the jar, and then, it's impossible not to do that. And we're gonna cover it with water, put the top on, and set it out in the sun for 2 to 3 hours. That should do a job on a hot day. For Backyard Basics, I'm Caroline Riley with Mutable Earth Botanicals. Thank you.